So I just got ran off the road. Not ran off the road, sorry. I just almost got ran off the road. On this road I'm on, coming the opposite direction, because there's another tanker like this in my lane. And you'll see up here, there was nowhere for me to go. So I just kept going straight, thinking whatever. When he hit, it sounded a lot worse than it was. But thankfully, he just hit my mirror. And now I'm having a hard time building air. That being said, all the other stuff that I've posted, and this being 100% intentional, I don't see any other way. It's not like he was sleeping and dozing off, like swerving. No, he was going straight with all of his lights on, brights, fog lights, everything on. In my lane, clipped my mirror, and then just keeps going like nothing happened. The truck right behind me, I know saw it, who is a company I used to work for. All they do is just pass, so the semi that hit me, he don't pull over, keep going. He just keeps going. And then the guy behind me, that is a company that I used to work for, just passes. And the amount of one headlights I've seen today is insane. Okay, so right after this though, I let my boss know. And I let him know how I'm having a hard time building air. He says, he brings up coincidences, okay? So I go to load out where there's lighting, where I can see, to really check the truck out, make sure something serious didn't happen. And as I'm there checking the truck out, I get a call from my coworker, seeing if I'm all right, because his wife is having issues with her trailer, being able to open her chutes. So long story short, I was gonna load and then follow her back, call her when I got close to her. We were gonna go to location together. I was gonna help her unload. Well, this happens, so now I had to have him pull that load. Well, and these are both my coworkers, husband and wife. The wife calls me and says, hey, my husband is just gonna come out with me. He's not far away, because I don't know how my dog's gonna react around other people, but he's gonna need your hard hat. Does that sound fishy to you? Does that sound like maybe they could be trying to use a hard hat for spiritual purposes? To wish bad on me? I don't know. But I'm going to be cautious of it, and I don't feel comfortable giving my hard hat out. But all the things I've posted, man. All the things I've posted with the one headlights, the light combinations, with the groups of 3. The lady the other night in the loaded truck with her lights beaming at me, blinding me, and then making me go through. She wouldn't come through, even though she was supposed to. And I did the courteous thing, turned my lights off. I was parked straight. I go past her truck, past where I can see, and she's parked cockeyed in the road to try and get me to go into the ditch. I get through that. This lady tries to, we're going somehow, some way. I go to a truck stop to get something to eat. I leave. Well, guess what? This same lady in this truck is right in front of me, going up a hill, going 5 miles an hour, trying to get me stuck. Like this guy in front of me's doing. So all these things happen. And now I just got sideswiped, and I don't see any other reason than it being 100% on purpose. Spiritual warfare is real. And the more you get through it, Like, let's say you're at a job. The more they do and the more you get through it, and the more the Lord protects you, the more angry these people are going to be. So they're going to come at you harder, and they're going to come at you harder, and they're going to come at you harder. Not to mention, the minute I pull into loadout, guess what? One of the guys that loads comes to talk to me in a pickup truck with one headlight. Now, could the hard hat thing not be them wanting to do something negative with my material that has my DNA on it? Maybe it's not that, you know? But it's never a bad thing to be cautious and to be aware of that kind of stuff and to have that knowledge and what people can do with your personal possessions. Like when I got arrested, all the stuff in my house gone. So who knows where my clothes went? Like literally, I got out of jail with just clothes on my back. Wonder if that was planned to happen that way, so they could come get all my crap. I don't know. I'm not saying that's why the things that happened in the order that they did. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is it's okay to have spiritual beliefs. And it's okay to have knowledge, and because of that knowledge, be cautious about who you loan things to. Even if it's something as simple as a hard hat, man. If you know you're going through spiritual warfare, like you know 100% you are going through spiritual warfare, be careful about who you lend your stuff to, because this is a situation I'm pretty sure I know what it is, but it might not be. It's one of those situations where I don't want to be a jerk, dude. And I don't want to explain to them why. I shouldn't have to explain to them why I don't want to loan out my hard hat, when the husband could very easily use the wife's hard hat and do it by himself for 15 minutes out of the truck and just offload it for her. But it's one of those situations where I'm in a predicament and I don't want to be a jerk. But at the same time, with the things I'm going through, I have to be cautious, man. And through the Lord giving me discernment, not giving me, blessing me with discernment, that He doesn't have to, that I'm not entitled to. When I have a gut feeling about something, I'm going to listen to it. And it sucks, man. And the only reason I'm making this video really is to vent, and to let people know, like, if you're going through heavy spiritual warfare, be careful about who you give your stuff to. Like right now, this is going to be an uncomfortable situation. You know, they're probably going to go back to my boss and they're going to think I'm some weirdo or some little brat because I'm not going to give up my hard hat. But I don't think that's what's going to happen at all. I think they're probably going to go to my boss, but I'm pretty sure they're not going to think I'm a weirdo. This is just going to be something that irritates. All I'm going to say is this is going to be something that irritates certain people even more. The one headlights, dude, just what I've been through just today, man, like any other day. I'm not complaining. Like, I'm grateful for this experience and the knowledge I've gained out of it and the closeness it's brought me to God. But just the things I've been through today, man, and like, they just keep getting worse. Like that lady didn't get her way in me going to the ditch. Anytime I come to an intersection, I could be in the middle of nowhere, and if there's a side street, a car's turning out of it. The groups of 3, that's all day, every day, man. And if you're gang stalked, you'll know what I'm talking about. If not, you know, I respect your opinion. And I would think someone's crazy too, honestly, before I start going through this stuff. But I know what it is, man. I know what it is. And I'm sick of people, instead of like realizing the protection that someone has that's trying to nourish a relationship with God, they just get, instead of realizing that, and like changing their ways, they just get mad, dude, and go harder and go harder and go harder. They can't get you to mess up, so then they, do things like sideswipe the side of your truck and keep going. I'm doing this for documentation and just as a warning to other people, man. Like, be careful, dude. If you feel like you're going through spiritual warfare, listen to your discernment and trust it. That's all I'm gonna say. It's not a very positive message. I just want this documented and to tell people, dude, like I said, this is like the 5th time I've said it. That gut feeling, if you have that, if you are the type of person that gets that gut feeling, it could be the Holy Spirit talking to you, man. And if you're not a believer, I would highly encourage you to go to the Lord, because He will expound that times 10, times 100. They give you like so much insight that could truly save your life, man. But you guys have a good night.